Hey guys, gals, friends, and pals, this is Paul EastXTwitch, and welcome to another episode of Saturday Games School, where we learn about a different game every Saturday of the year. Tonight, I'm joined on mic by Tyler.
Hello, guys.
And we've also got Brandykatz off to the side.
Hello.
I will say that we have a dog barking on the patio next door to ours, and I'm concerned about whether I should maybe step out and ask them to shut it up if it comes through on mic much. So please let me know. And that is exactly why I'm not fond of dogs, because not just the smell, but also the noise. Well, yeah. It's not barking at exactly this minute, but it was just a moment ago.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, let me turn that down a little. Yeah, and it doesn't mean that I don't like all dogs, but just in general, they can be very annoying. Like, they annoy your neighbors, and you don't care because you got a pet. You're like, yeah, let's go annoy the neighbors, pick up a new pet.
I'm a cat person, can't say anything.
Me too. Anyway. BX Latino Heat, thank you very much for the subscription. That is so cool of you, BX Latino Heat, and congratulations on winning last week's contest.
They just snoob you.
Yeah, quick update. Last week's, not 2 weeks ago, the contest for Golf Club Wasteland, I ran behind on requesting the codes from the developer because of the hurricane and losing power and losing internet for a whole week, you know? That was a really rough time. So anyway, just today I finally sent the winners' email addresses to the developers, so hopefully BX Latino Heat and Jordan650 will hear from them very soon. Or they'll send the codes to me and I'll send them to you. We'll find out. But yes, thank you for your patience. And also, yeah, that's it. Let's do the intro now. The rest of the intro. Tonight we are streaming Nexomon for Xbox. It is also available on PlayStation, Switch, and Steam, and even mobile. This game costs $10 on the big screen on all these different platforms I just listed. And Tyler, as you could probably tell, this is a game that is inspired by Pokemon and perhaps to a lesser extent Digimon.
I'm glad you're gonna be a female.
Hell.
It's cool that you can be a female, as I said.
Yeah, actually,
It's putting Tylenol.
yeah, no, oh, that's true. No, actually, this is a little dig at somebody who recently interfered with my life, so we're gonna name our character Waifu. Ready. Yeah, Lyle's, I mean, this particular character is quite Digimon looking, but Darker Player, that's a silly question to ask. Ooh, a voiced intro. To the humans.
We were the rulers and masters of this land in this era of prosperity. But then, on one fateful day,
This is a little slower than necessary. The reading of the lines. Yeah, I agree, Icky. I like the Digimon character designs better as well. It's Surtur from Thor. No, not really. Yay, there's Mongpox. Hey, Mongpox.
Digimon feels too edgy.
I like a little edge. Just a bit. You know, Pokemon is very kiddie at times. Not always, but sometimes.
Yeah. Well, that's pretty true. A lot of Nintendo stuff.
Yeah, for sure. By the way, everybody, Mongbox has been having some health problems recently, and let's all hope that she gets better. Let's all wish for that, because she's one of our favorite viewers, and she's been especially helpful to me back when I first decided to become a teacher. So, we want only the best for her, I'm sure. So everybody make sure you
Feel better.
wish her well. Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, it's up to her if she wants to talk about it. I think she will get better, but let's just definitely hope so.
with the help of his
Yay, Chinese Jesus! So we got a long history here. Apparently they had to fight Unicron from Transformers, Tyler. They saved their
But
planet
its name
from
was
being eaten.
Omnicron.
That's what I said, Unicron. transforms into a planet. Yay, Mongbox! Well, thank you very much, too. You didn't have to do that, but thank you so much. We really appreciate your support, good friend, and all of you guys, whom I also consider my friends.
Except for me.
Except for you? Are you saying you don't approve, or you're not a
Yeah.
friend? I mean, you're a
I was
friend
being a joke.
before we started dating like 5 seconds later. Present day! Pretty good visuals right here, Tyler. Are you... Tyler, you're not watching a bikini streamer, are you? A hot tub of some kind?
Just lick the microphone and get it over.
I mean, if it would make you happy.
Of course it'll make him happy.
Man,
They ask for it every week.
this Unicron guy is very aggressive in this game. The Almighty King of Monsters. Darker Player asks if I will get the Turtles game and the new Metroid game. The answer is I will absolutely get the Turtles game, and I hope to review it for Co-Optimus, assuming they don't reject the review. And
He's not bitter or anything.
yeah, and then we have, hey VDH, we're glad you made it. Congratulations. I think you won pretty recently too, so congrats on that. Yeah, and as for the new Metroid game, I definitely would like to get it. You know, I'm behind. I didn't play the one that came before that either. But I did really, really love Super Metroid and Metroid 2 back in the day. Like, those are the ones. But I love the genre, you know, Metroidvanias. Like, I barely ever don't enjoy a Metroidvania. The only one I didn't really enjoy is Out Buddies DX. Yeah, and only because it had a few too many rough edges and the fact that we got stuck. You know, getting stuck right at the beginning of a game is not so fun.
Hey, look, that bedroom looks exactly like the Pokemon bedroom that you started in.
I know, that's what I was just
You think so?
thinking. I was literally thinking
I think
that
the characters
looks
look pretty
very
good.
familiar.
They're a little big.
Yeah, they are big.
They got big heads.
But it would start as a phone
That's
game,
their
so...
Oak's room.
No, it's Father, and Professor Oak definitely isn't Ash's father, right?
True.
Sequel to Metroid Fusion, VDH says, yeah, I need to play Fusion someday. I mean, Nintendo needs to release those 2 Game Boy Advance ones on the Switch. That would be awesome. Show it to me now. I've heard that before. Absolutely, please follow me. I mean, you get that when you look really good or you just have, like, a really excellent personality. You know what I'm talking about, Tyler.
For sure.
It doesn't always wake you up, dear. It's nothing to be concerned about. We're merely performing tests on our latest invention. So this Mama and Papa, they're scientists, it seems.
But they don't have names. They're just mother and father.
Ash is a Pokemon? I've never heard that. Well, I mean, that's how you would think of your mom and dad. You wouldn't, like, think of their first name when you're thinking about them.
I don't think of them as mother and father.
You don't? Why would you
No.
not?
Because I call it as mom
Oh, yeah,
and
Mama
daddy.
Bear and Papa Bear.
They're just mom and daddy.
Mama Bear and Papa Bear.
No, I've
Okay,
never
but that's
called
just a
my
different
kid-
word for mother and father.
I've never called my mom or my
Tyler,
dad.
you call your mom Mama Bear, don't you?
I just call her mom usually.
Oh, well, that's not bad
Me
either.
too, Mom.
I'm sure it's not that unusual. Ellie's outside playing with their new toy. No, I want to go downstairs.
I do call my
Oh,
dad.
it won't
that,
let me.
yeah.
Wait, father's in a meeting. Go outside and play with Ellie. Okay. Is Ellie going to be a dinosaur or something?
Maybe it's a Pokemon.
That's
I mean, a
Yeah.
Nexomon.
A Darker Player, I didn't know you had a Game Boy Advance. I really didn't know you played video games before Xbox came out. Stay away from us! Ellie is a girl in a wheelchair. You
Why
can't
she
take
must
Atlas, he's not yours. I'm not going anywhere without that robot. I like his mask. Yeah, the actual character portraits that come up when they talk are pretty good too.
Yeah, not bad.
Oh no, they're still in our little robot guy. Yeah, so what's special about this game, Nexomon, and I'm sure Tyler knows, is that Pokemon games are not available on non-Nintendo gaming systems. By the way, that's an original Xbox on the ground that just fell down.
Yeah, looks like it.
It's interesting. But you can't, like, if you like Pokemon, but you don't have a Switch for some reason, you can't afford it, or you need your achievements or whatever, then you could get Nexomon on the PlayStation or the Xbox or even Steam. And then you're getting a Pokemon-like experience. So obviously that's the point of it. I'm in favor of making clones of exclusives for multi-platform. You know what I'm saying, Tyler?
Yeah, it doesn't bug me at all.
That's good. Some people would complain about the lack of creativity, but you know, it'd be like the same people who already have a Switch. It's like, well, sure, you could already play Pokemon. I'm on my way. Oh, they just called it a dumb robot. Ha! He kicked their butt. For not getting a Switch. I really enjoy my Switch. I only wish that it was a little bit more pocket-friendly, you know, like a little more like a Vita. Because it's a bit too big, and the Joy-Cons on the ends of it, you know, they're a little bit loose. You know, they can... There's a little wobble to them, which there wouldn't be if it was all built together like the Switch Lite. Oh, look at that. There's a bunch of the Xboxes in their different colors and stuff. So instead of balls, they have Xboxes, Tyler. Yeah, weird. So which one do I want to start with? Do you have an opinion?
Fethra, the dragon.
Alright, Fethra. It's a dragon with like feathery ears, I guess, or horns.
Yeah, something.
Okay, it's a wind type. It's special rarity. Let's do it.
Special.
Get our first achievement, yeah. Do you know the developer who actually ported this game, Tyler, is Radalaika?
Really?
Like they're not the publisher. The publisher is P-Cube, and they publish a lot of great games, by the way.
Yeah, I recognize it.
But yeah, I was a little surprised to see that Radalaika did the port, but I don't think it's technically an easy achievement game. Like I looked at the achievement list for the other Nexomon game, Extinction, and yeah, there's like a ton, like maybe 40 achievements, and it includes collecting every single monster and battling each trainer in the game twice. And so that's actually grindy. That's not your typical Radalaika achievements.
Yeah, for sure.
Hey, Hermit.
Yeah, that's just what I was saying, VDH. It's different. Probably because they're... Oh, go on.
I didn't know that Radalaika ever did a whole lot of technical stuff like porting. You know, I figured they were mostly just a small publisher house that did the basically the production work, working with you know, the different systems, the different...
Is that like a rat? Like huge ears?
But I guess they actually do other stuff with games too.
Yeah, which is, I mean, that's cool enough. Good for them.
Ratapon.
Yeah, Ratapon. He's got, it's like a rat and a koala bear mixed together, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know what the upon part is.
Yeah, exactly, Darker Player. Yeah, I'm glad you think so, Dark Six. See, we had another game we could have streamed tonight with real dedicated prizes to it, but I got this code to stream this, and I figured people would be interested in it, so we might as well just try to stream it.
I'm sorry.
Oh no, Jonah, what did you say about Metroid? I'm so sorry I didn't see it. And hey, homie Drew, glad you're here, buddy. Except, is the contest going right now? Oh yeah, we're giving away a Steam game. Valkyria Chronicles 4 for Steam, guys. That's a nice Sega RPG there, action RPG. Or is it a strategy RPG, Tyler? But
What is it? Valkyria Chronicles?
yeah,
Yeah,
4.
isn't that strategy? I don't know.
Yeah, it's strategy.
I'm not a weeb, so I don't play that crap.
Tyler, you don't like strategy games? Hello there.
Like, no, not really, but definitely not like ones that are going to have tons of dialogue.
I suppose it would have a lot of dialogue. In fact, isn't there an anime? I forget. Yeah, Dark Six, thank you for donating it. Uh-oh, we got the Nexo Lord. What's a Nexo Lord? Is that like the Dragon Lord from Dragon Quest?
No, it's the other thing. It's like,
He's an elf? Oh, he's the greatest Nexomon tamer in the world. Isn't he a Nexomon himself? He's got pointed ears.
That doesn't make somebody a Nexomon.
I guess so. Oh, he's so negative and rude.
Wow.
Yeah. Kind of like the homunculuses in Full Metal Alchemist. So earlier today, guys, we watched the Full Metal Alchemist movie called The Sacred Star of Milos. Isn't that what it's called? Yeah, which is one of 2 animated Full Metal Alchemist movies. And I actually saw it in the theater back when it first came out in English, you know, and that's what got me into Full Metal Alchemist, because I had not seen the show before that. Oh yeah, wow, darker players like writing a novel there. Jono, I still want to know what you said. I'm sorry I missed your comments.
It's right there. You typed it again.
Oh, okay. Can you then summarize it for me, will you, Tyler? Because it scrolled off my thing.
He played Metro Zero Mission on Wii U. Gonna start Metroid
Great
on
console.
3DS after that.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I really hope that gets ported to Switch as well, because does anybody really want to buy 3DS games at this point in time?
No.
Yeah,
I don't
exactly.
play 3DS games.
Yeah, I mean, well, the 3DS is a nice system, but it will always... I mean, it was always held back by the low-resolution screen, which we've talked about. Like,
Yeah,
there's...
It's ugly. It's
Exactly.
eyeball-meltingly ugly.
Yeah, you're right about that, Jono. But yeah, that's the thing. Like, it is very hard for a 3DS game to look good, particularly if it uses any 3D, which does that one? I can't remember. If the remake is 3D or if it's purely 2D. It's probably 3D, isn't it? Like 2.5D?
Yeah, probably 2.5D.
Oh, well, Jono thinks it looks great on 3DS. That's good to hear.
That's good.
Yeah, come on. Somebody win that Steam code. Where's Tech Guy when we need him? He always gets here a little late. You know, maybe that's why the Steam codes don't get taken sometimes. Fastpull doesn't seem to be here either. Yeah, guys, if you chat, I mean, if you type like a really long paragraph, like I can't really scroll back the text, so it just pushes all the rest of the stuff off. It's just something to keep in mind when you're typing. Not that we want to discourage chat. We should get another Nexomon.
Cool.
Alice is like, what? We don't have anything to fear while following the Nexolord. I think, does everyone have 20 years? I think the wheelchair girl has 20 years too.
No, I don't think so.
Well, maybe you're right.
No, see that.
It is a strategy action RPG. Like, it is
Velma.
tactical, but you can actually control your unit on the field, so you got action. And there is a lot of story and dialogue, so it's got some RPG elements.
I somehow doubt she would enjoy being described as wheelchair girl as well.
She's Velma.
Yeah, you're right.
Look.
I meant the glasses girl. I'll
Much
catch.
better.
Yeah, and you're right. She does not have pointed ears. Ah, thank you, Dark Six. Dark Six explained it for us. Ooh, yeah. That's disappointing. We come back after a week off, and our friends aren't here to hang out with us. Except we do have Mongbox here. Did you say it's Dark Six's fault?
No, but it is.
Oh, dang it, Dark Six.
Don't listen to them. They're old and crabby.
Old and crappy? That's a little cold.
Crabby.
Just kidding, Dark.
Buh-buh.
Oh yeah, please do, Bob Jones. We appreciate that. And we will miss you while you're gone. You have to let us know when you get back if you get back in time. Oh yeah, Jonas says he's excited about the Switch Online service is getting N64 and Sega Genesis games, Tyler.
I saw that.
Yeah, can you tell us, like, how does this service work? Do you know? Like, did you pick up on the details?
It's called Expansion Pass because Nintendo is a pro at naming their things.
Oh
So
yes, super good.
basically Nintendo Switch Online plus Expansion Pass,
Okay.
and then you'll get a few old N64 games that won't control well, and a few Sega games that you can play on any console ever.
They are on most of the collections. I think there might be like one game that's not a part of the most recent collection, if I remember right. I forget. But how much extra is it?
They didn't say.
I thought I heard that it was going to be $10 more per year, but maybe they didn't actually officially say, like you said. Yeah, so it's just a rumor. Okay. Yeah, for $30 a year, I wouldn't necessarily mind. Although it'd be nice if there were more incentives than just those two sets of games.
Yeah, it's hard. I mean, $10 a year to play some cool. Well, I mean, they were cool in their time. And 64 games isn't bad, but also like, if you have a Switch, you're gonna want to play a lot more modern games too. So It needs some more, like, it needs features, not just games, in order to justify an expanded pass.
Yeah, I really think so. Unless it was like a butt ton of extra games that you're getting access to. Yeah, I gotta.
Like Darker Player said, if they threw a bunch of Game Boy games in there too, or whatever, Game Boy Advance and stuff.
Yeah, that would be compelling because a lot of people do, like we were just saying about Metroid Fusion, a lot of people want those Game Boy Advance games, and the Switch is portable too, so it'd be perfect for them. Biran has been captured. Oh yeah, Jonah's right, it's called the expansion pack. Add to team.
Is that what I said?
You said pass. Very similar words.
They are.
Pack.
Jono, you have a different... I'm sorry, Mongbox, are you saying you have a different Switch account for everyone in your family? I think that's why she would have 6. Technically, we all have an account, but I mean, I'm the only one who uses the Switch most often.
Yeah.
And Switch isn't one of those systems where all the extra players need to have their own account, like on PlayStation or Xbox.
Well, Christmas will be different.
There you go, Tyler. That's more like it.
Yeah, they didn't use C's on the N64. It was like the Rumble pack and the controller pack and the expansion pack.
Well, it's because they were limited to cartridges, Tyler, so they had to save on memory. They couldn't afford the extra C.
C's, yeah. So, we're not GE anymore, we're just G. I sold the extra E to Samsung. They're Samsung.
What's that from?
30 Rock.
Oh, nice. I haven't actually seen that, but I love it. Oh, thanks, Darker Player. I'll check later. Because, yeah, I barely ever actually look at my Switch friends list, so if people don't tell me they sent a request, I wouldn't know.
It doesn't, like, give you, like, a notification. Hey, you have a friend's request.
It probably briefly popped up, but if I wasn't looking at that moment, then I would have missed it. Oh, Jono's planning to get the new Switch when Metroid Dread releases. Jono, did you already owned a regular one and you're also getting an OLED, or how is that going to work for you? By the way, I know Jono's good friend, the Braumeister, is also streaming. And, you know, we're fans of the Braumeister around here. But we definitely appreciate people watching and chatting with us during our stream, even if somebody else is streaming against us.
Oh, Brown.
I know. What can you do?
My
Have
girlfriend,
two of them
Emma, is
opening?
streaming too, so I'll talk to her about not streaming those.
Thank you. I would really appreciate that, Tyler, because, you know, she gets a lot of viewers, and we could use some of those viewers.
Yeah, I'll see. I'll see what we can do about that.
But
Greatly
you're not licking
appreciate
any
it.
microphones.
Still have to lick the microphone.
Achievement. We're...
I was gonna say you're not licking any microphones. You're gonna lose.
Oh, I'll probably lick something later. Just stay tuned. Here we go. Man, I had another joke thought up, though, and now it's just falling out of my head. Oh, yeah, I was going to ask you to bring Sanchez back, Tyler.
Oh yeah.
Hoping?
That dirty dude. Sometimes Dirty Sanchez, we call him.
Right.
You can tell him we said that. I'm sure he doesn't mind.
I'm definitely sure he does.
Probably
Yeah,
never.
and he doesn't get tired of it.
Yep, exactly. Paul Avocado would know all about that.
Grr. You're going down, Tyler. In Full Metal Alchemist, that show that we just watched, Brotherhood, the main character is shorter than other people, especially at the start of the series. He actually seems to grow over the course of the series. But, so people call him Shorty and things like that. And every single time he gets, you know, cartoonishly angry at them, and it's hilarious. It's just a fun running joke. Level up, go Fethra! Howling Winds. So far this is very intuitive and colorful and fun. I worry that I might be missing out on important tutorial stuff, but hopefully not.
So
But I was saying...
every fight you start off with full health.
What's that, Brandy?
Every fight you start off with full health. Because I was worried because you were down to 30 and I thought it would just stay at 30, you know.
Oh, and look at that. Even though I didn't use Biran in the fight, he still gains experience. Is that a normal Pokemon thing? It's probably whomever is in your team or something like that.
In the original game, you had to have an item something like that. That like was like share the experience or something.
I like.
And then like everyone on the bench would get a little bit of experience during a fight.
I like that animal.
This is Howling Winds. Yeah, it's cool looking.
It's something very, very strong. Because it howled them right out of there.
Well, the enemy's life was low anyway. Tyler, I'm glad we don't have to have that special item because that would be
Pokeballs
awesome.
or the X balls.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh,
I don't
yeah,
know
is-
if games do it automatically.
You're right. I'm supposed to be capturing these monsters
Yes,
and not just
you're
beating them
just
up. I'm not even
defeating
thinking
them.
about it. Okay, so let's try it with. Do I have a Mustino? I don't, right?
No.
So now I'm going to use my Xbox, my red and white Xbox.
Aren't you supposed to like get him down a little bit or something?
Oh no, you're probably right. It's going to waste it, isn't it?
Yeah, you gotta hurt him first.
Oh, I forgot. Now I'm going to wait. I wasted my Xbox. Or did it
Hey!
work? Hey, stay in there. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't waste it.
That
Thank
was-
goodness.
That was good for you. Although it did like make it last forever.
Pretty,
Yeah.
pretty bizarre 3D art on the Xbox ball.
Yeah, it's a little weird, right?
Mm.
So, yeah, joined your team. Okay, and if I wait
That one
along...
looks like a real Pokemon. I mean, the Pokemon designs are pretty bad anymore.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that one's definitely been a Pokemon.
Here's a new one.
Oh,
Saxia.
wow.
Okay, this one I'm going to hit first. Hey, look, this time it didn't fill Feather's life all the way up. Do you think it's
Saxia.
like it refills
Yeah,
at
it
a certain
didn't.
portion?
You sure it's not... Did you, like, talk to that girl to heal?
You might be right.
Well, no,
Uh-oh.
last time he was in that one little area, and when it came back, he was.
Fall asleep, please.
Yep.
Good.
he fell asleep.
Now we'll capture it. How about that?
That would probably be good.
Yeah, Darker Player's been earning a lot of achievements this year. I've certainly earned more than I did last year, I believe. Because last year...
He got out even though
What?
he was asleep.
Oh, that's weak.
Did you damage it first?
He's
Yeah,
still
I damaged
asleep.
it once, and it's asleep. Still asleep, and yet didn't...
Well, you
Get
can
it down.
attack it, and whatever you attack once, attack again, and then it'll get it down to 4.
Okay, fine. Yeah, 2 health now. It better be captured. Oh, but it used blooming spores on me. Not effective. In your face.
Yeah, put it to sleep.
Well, it's got 2 health. It should be okay to just capture it, right?
Should be.
Should be.
Alright, here we go.
Is he a higher level than you?
And how do I get more of these little Xbox
I
flowers?
don't know, but you gotta figure that out.
I am.
Probably. It looks like it's going to work.
Oh gosh, yes. Last time it jumped that once and then it got out.
Saxia.
Add to team.
It's a weird looking.
Yeah, kind of a flower creature, right?
It's kind of like a deranged monkey hula dancer.
So I didn't finish telling my story about Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. Oh look, there's something glowing in this tree trunk. What is it? I found a potion, yay! I was just going to say, we saw it in the theater originally. Brandy and I just watched through the whole Brotherhood series, which she had not seen before, and you liked it, right?
Loved it.
That makes me happy.
Loved.
You have Elric. What's his name?
Yes,
Yeah, Elric is the
Edward
last
Elric.
name of the 2 brothers, Edward and Alphonse, or Ed and Al.
Yeah, isn't Alphonse a robot or something?
Well, he's a person who's trapped in a suit of armor, so it's just a suit of armor.
Oh.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Looks kind of robotic, and in the live-action movie, the armor is done completely with CG, which doesn't necessarily look very good.
That always works out for me.
I didn't
Yeah,
really notice.
I mean, well, we haven't watched the live-action movie.
Oh, the live
Yeah.
action. Never mind. Sorry, I thought you meant that last one we watched today. I was
gonna
like,
heal my
it
party.
didn't seem like that.
Yeah, no, I just watched like a little tiny bit of footage in a trailer just yesterday or today, and yeah, I was just like, it's a Japanese live-action movie, so that means their special effects budget's going to be, about like an episode of a TV show in America, like The Flash or something. And so it looks a bit like that. Here's another one. Man, there's so many creatures to capture. Do any of you guys in our audience, have you seen the show? I know Perfect Zero has seen it. He watches a lot of anime. Okay, that did a lot of damage. So I want to go...
I think I've already
she's
said
just
that,
sleeping. Yeah, the movie is good though, and we showed it to... Brandy had a couple of friends over, and we showed it to them, and they had not seen the show at all, but they seemed to like it, which made me happy.
Yeah, Jordan said he was going to go home and watch it all.
Yeah, that's great. Hey, Wolfblade's here! I'm glad to see you, Wolfblade. And how are Thyrenia and the Sea? We missed them so.
Oh,
Got out again. Man, it's
I want him.
stupid Nexomon. But he's asleep. But if I hit him, it'll wake him up. So, I kind of can't win here.
He's cute. I want him.
Okay, I'm just...
Kill him too.
Yeah, it's very likely to kill him. But I'm just going to do my weakest attack and hope for the best. 1 health.
There.
Okay, now that'll
you
work.
should be able to.
But I mean, we shouldn't have to operate under those trying circumstances. I guess next time I should switch out the character that's fighting, and just so we can show off some other characters. Ah, she's at work. Poor Thyrenia, on a different shift than she used to be. So now I gotta get some more of those Pokeboxes, or whatever they are.
I don't know what to do with.
Balls. You said it, Tyler.
Oh, X balls. That might have cut off my X.
Yeah, it just sounded like balls.
Oh.
Yeah, it did so.
The hard part is getting Tyler to stop talking about balls.
And his X balls at that. Sorry, I had to.
So, Wolfblade, what have you been up to? Have you been playing anything? Tyler, you know, Wolfie, Thyrenia, Brandy, and I, we were all playing Phantasy Star Online 2 very actively for quite a while, right? For a year. Then they recently released the big upgrade / sequel, which is called Phantasy Star Online New Genesis. And it's... They did the weirdest thing, like incorporating it into the same client. So it's just one giant download to have that game, because you've still got the other game. It's like they're both squished into one game, which I really don't think is good for storage space. And maybe not even... I mean, it's not good for achievements, because all they did was add like 300 gamer score for the new game. And I don't know. Really weird way to release it. And anyway, but that's not the problem. What is the problem is Sega recently shut down the forums for both games. You know, they had the forums on a particular website, pso2.com, and they shut down their forums.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so what do you think that means, Tyler?
It means the game is on the way out.
Yeah, the game is not in a good state right now, and how are they going to recover from it?
The new Genesis stuff, I was looking forward to it, and I hate it. I mean, it literally ruined the game for me.
Yeah, and I don't understand why she feels that way, because it was perfectly fine and fun when I played it. But on the other hand, I just haven't gone back to it, you know, because I'm a variety guy, and if my co-op partners aren't going to play it, then I can just play other stuff.
I'm loving Borderlands 3, though.
Yeah, I got that impression. Oh, sorry, what's this guy saying? You see this thing, kid? Look at that. Just like 10 minutes into the game, and we're being harassed by a flasher. It's not good, Tyler.
That's not good.
Nope.
Flashers, no flashing.
Oh, there used to be a warp network. And you can use totems to travel all over the world. But nobody knows how to restore it. So basically there's going to be a fast travel system eventually. And I'm not going to fight anything right now because I got to go get some things to capture. Found another potion. Scarlet Nexus, is that an MMO as well, or is it just... what is it?
Some weep crap.
Wolfblade, are you complaining about Borderlands 3, or you're sad that we haven't played it with you? The only thing is, for myself, I've been trying to limit my progression to when I can play with our full co-op team, which includes Brandy, Icky, and Perfect Zero. So I haven't... The problem is, if I progress in the game at all without them, then we're no longer doing the full game together. You know what I'm saying, Tyler?
Yeah, well, in those games, it's kind of always not fun to be overpowered, like, because then it's not fun to go back with other people, really, and just smash people, and then the other people might not be having fun because it takes away all the challenge when your teammate's overpowered, and it's just kind of fun to do on the same pace.
Yeah, I certainly get a pleasure out of that, and just having everyone with me, not being on my own or something. But I know to play with other people, I need to at least start another character or something, so then I could play with Wolfie there, and I could play with... Yup84 wanted to play one time. Oh look, this person is challenging me, and her portrait is not actually very good, I would say. Kind of wannabe Japanese style. Can you...
It's fine.
Can you capture other people's...
No.
Pokemon? No? What if I just really want to?
Oh, you don't even have the X in the middle of your screen.
Oh, so it doesn't matter how much I want to if the X isn't there?
You can't steal them.
That's a shame. It's like a store with a really good security system, basically. You just can't do it, Tyler.
Exactly.
You'd get caught. So we got a long way to go. Achievement. First tamer battle. And we're supposed to fight everybody twice, right? So I better go ahead and fight her again. Will it let me? Oh, not right away. I wonder how that works then, fighting people again. Oh, this guy thinks he's a hotshot. He's on a winning streak. We'll see about that. See, look at that character art. Exact same style.
I like that one.
But not very attractive drawing. Oh yeah, that one's cool looking. And it's called Arnut.
A squirrel.
Squirrel!
He's got a corn hat on his head.
Yeah, he's pretty cute. So, Scarlet Nexus is an RPG, but not an MMO, Tyler. Did you know that?
I did not.
Okay, how do I swap out my Pokemon?
Some weeb crap.
Don't act like you don't love RPGs, Tyler. Team.
I like some regular RPGs.
Aha! Such as what?
Well, I like action RPGs. Like everything is an RPG now, so.
You're right, a lot of games incorporate those
Depends on,
mechanics.
like what you're talking about. I haven't played like a real turn-based, more traditional RPG in a long time.
Ah. This particular enemy appears to be overpowered, because
you're gonna...
he's just like using status effects and pounding my guys. Did that wake you up, or are you still bound? Let's try a different one. Come on, Musty. Tails of Her Eyes looks great, Jono says. Yeah, actually one of my online friends was just telling me how good he thought it was. He said it was very good. And he stayed up extra late to finish it, because that's how into it he was. Sometimes we stay up late to finish a show. You know, we've been known to do that. Welcome back, Icky. We missed you. Okay. Looks like my Mustino can handle this guy. So maybe it was like a matter of element types or whatever.
Like what Tyler?
That's wrong, Tyler.
That was great.
Look at Tyler trying to beat the censor.
I know, I got some.
That's funny. I would
I
think.
thought I could approve it myself, but I couldn't.
Yeah, I would think mods
Lion,
would be
that's
exempt.
Hilarious.
Nope.
I like that.
There's no way. Okay, well, nobody cares what you think, Mr. Dude. So what have you been up to this week, Tyler? Oh no, there's a fire.
I like how the bushes move, where so you know where the enemies are, instead of like on Pokemon. On the original, where you just had to walk back and forth forever and ever to get fights.
Yeah, that is an improvement for sure.
I have been dealing with allergies all week. It's been miserable.
Not the COVID?
No, not COVID.
Good, good.
No, just allergies as
Then
the
it-
seasons change.
I know you go to those COVID parties, Tyler, and I'm always
Yeah,
advising
well,
against it.
I went to the Salt Lake COVID Con
No!
Thursday, but I don't think it's COVID. Plus, even if I got it from there, it wouldn't have manifested itself so quickly. But no, COVID is... You typically have respiratory issues with COVID or flu bugs. This is completely sinus related.
I see, I see.
So,
That's good.
and dealing with that, I worked a little bit. I sold some stuff on eBay. I bought some stuff with shopping, and yeah, that's about it. I played that Space Invaders game.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
How'd you like it? Yeah, we gave you Space Invaders Forever, it's called, which contains 3 games.
Yes.
Yeah, and which would you say is the most robust of those 3 games, Tyler?
I don't remember what it's called. the one that's on the top of the menu.
Yeah, Space Invaders Extreme, which was originally a Nintendo DS game, then it got ported to Steam, and now to PlayStation and Switch.
Yeah, it was cute. It was fun.
Nice.
Got a lot of stuff going on with it, but it's cute.
Yeah, you know, like there's some flashy effects. I would say the video in the background kind of looked better on the DS. It's like I don't know, a bit upscaly or whatever.
Yeah, I could see that. Yeah, it was a little weird.
But I mean,
it wasn't too bad.
That's good. Pretty good soundtrack, a lot of levels, like a lot of different pathways to unlock and stuff like that.
Yeah, you had to be good at it to go down the pathways, though. That was kind of tough.
Yeah, a little practice or whatever.
Yeah.
And did you also try the other two?
Yeah, so I played the multiplayer one, which is not fun for a single person to play.
Yeah, and it's not even a very... I mean, it's a very light, non-robust game, even if you have other people to play it with.
Yeah, so I played through that. That was, 9 minutes of my life I'll never get back. It was
there you
short.
go.
I'm grateful it was short.
Yeah, at least there's...
Played a couple levels of the other one that had called Arkanoid or something. It was
Arkanoid versus
Arkanoid.
Space Invaders.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
And I was like, what the heck is going on? I was like, this is weird. And then I put together the fact that, like, my frame was only, like, 1/4 of my TV. I was like, oh, this is a mobile port. And then I figured it out. And that would be why it only has touchscreen controls for the main portion of the game, which is probably fine on a phone, but no one wants to hold their fancy PS4 or PS5 controller and play with the touchpad for hours and hours.
Oh, I thought the touchpad controls felt pretty good myself.
They were fine, but it's not comfortable to hold a controller and use your touchpad with the finger. Like, I don't think it is.
Have you ever considered putting the controller in your lap, Tyler?
No.
Really? Because, I mean, aren't you the guy who said that when you find a game that vibrates a lot, that you like to just put the controller in your lap and let it vibrate? Yeah, I mean, I'm sure you've mentioned that several times.
I don't think that was me.
Oh, maybe I'm thinking of somebody else. Must have been Adam.
Yeah, that's him. That sounds more like an Adam.
Hey, Jesus Ninja. Yeah, Jono says he just uses his thumb for the touchpad. So me, I liked that mobile game anyway. You know, it was a premium mobile game. It wasn't a free-to-play one. So, yeah, I mean, so it had some proper effort put into it. There's a lot of content. You can unlock
content.
Yeah, like hundreds of levels. Yeah, what else were you going to say?
Yeah, there's so much content that it's like, I'm not going to get started on this.
It's too daunting.
I'll never finish it, yeah.
Oh. Well, and there's a bunch of unlockable Taito characters, like the characters from Bubble Bobble, Tyler.
Oh, cool. I like those guys.
Yeah, so I mean, that's a neat thing. Like, you can equip a different Taito character, and it changes what your special ability is. And so then part of the strategy is equipping the right one for different kinds of levels. And, I mean, there's just a lot of good mechanics and stuff. Like, I really like that game. I even bought the soundtrack on Amazon when I got paid a few days ago, and I was listening to the soundtrack in school. That was fun.
If they had made it with real controls, I probably for a while.
Well, you know, I mean, it's a brick... Arkanoid is a classic brick-breaking type of game. You know, it was an arcade game first, and it, it had the rotary controller. I forget what they call that. But, I mean, it had that type of... Yeah, not a trackball, but a knob that you rotate left and right. You know, like like the volume knob on a surround sound unit, like a receiver.
That sounds horrible. No, that makes sense, I guess for brick breaking it makes sense.
Yeah, it's actually a really good way to play that kind of game. And so Arkanoid, it took the concept of Breakout, but it introduced power-ups and enemies, and it just made that basic concept a lot more interesting. And there was an NES port with its own special controller, so people, came to like it from that. And it's had several sequels, and there was a DS game that also had the rotary controller, which also worked with Space Invaders Extreme, by the way, which is neat. So, given the developer's opinion seems to be that just an analog stick is not the best way to play that kind of game, so they just maintained the touchscreen style controls.
Sure, well, I wouldn't play with the analog stick. Well, I guess I would have had to, because you could move up and down as well.
Yeah, and that does complicate it.
Yeah, you couldn't have used just the pad.
So look, I've got this thing here. I don't know what this is. This is just a way to sort your Nexomon or put them in storage or something.
Probably.
Way to go, BX Latino. Look at that, winning 2 contests in a row. Congratulate. At least he's a great viewer and also just resubscribed this week, so give him all the prizes. Would you like me to restore your Nexomon? Yeah, please do. Well, you know, I would encourage you to play a little more, because I would say when you get, like, say, 20, 30 levels in, you know, you start to see more of the mechanics, and it just, it's a good, fun experience. But, you know, at least there's the other one, the more traditional one, Space Invaders Extreme, and that's a pretty robust game on its own. I mean, that game is $20 on its own on Steam. So, where do I go buy more Pokemons, or buy more balls?
The store. The
Okay,
ball store.
so not the healing center? Okay.
Right.
Yeah, our poor viewers who are actually watching, it's like, when I'm getting into the conversation, I'm just kind of like piddling around and playing like an idiot. Darker Player says there's a fan theory that Ash is actually dead in Pokemon. I mean, that sounds like
Whoa.
a weird theory to me. He says there's something unnatural about the store owner. Let's go see who runs the store, Tyler. Well, got kind of a jungle explorer guy here buying some potions. Got this old man. What does he do? Today's tamers are so reckless. They buy Nexo traps instead of healing items. Get some potions for your Nexomon. I mean, I bet I can find all the potions I need just by picking them up when I find a sparkle.
Yeah, a sparkle.
Yeah. So the store owner, Tyler, in case you hadn't noticed, is a cat. They're fan theories. So that's what's different about him. I guess that guy was right. Max, either you can buy revives, they look a little bit expensive. Okay, how much are the Pokeballs? How do I change the tab? Oh, just left and right. Okay, 250. Should I just buy as many as I can? I guess I need them, right?
For the balls?
Yeah.
I would buy several, yeah.
Okay.
Fat potions are usually helpful.
Yeah, I've already got a couple that I just found, so I think I'm probably safe on them for a while at least. So I guess I should go back and collect some of those Nexomons, as they say. So Tyler, and Darker Player mentions that there's fan theories about other games too. Yeah, anything with popular story and lore is going to have theories, although, you know, like the Ash theory, that's obviously very silly, but some people are silly, Tyler, in case you hadn't noticed.
Right. I've noticed people in my life before.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you, speaking of people who behave in a silly way, Tyler, I have had a rough week at work. I mentioned that in the newsletter.
Uh-huh.
You might say that I'm dealing with an interpersonal conflict of sorts between me and someone else, plural. So, hey, thank you for the follow, Teddy Taco Sauce. That's a fun name. That reminds me of Royal Bob. So, but again, we can't really talk about it, so it's hard to have a truly productive discussion here. But it's just, I gotta figure out what to do. You know, it's like a really hard puzzle to solve. And heck if I know what to do. You know, like I talked to someone who's a little bit above us a couple times, and it seems to have actually made it worse. Ah, the stupid enemy broke free. So how do I avoid hurting the enemy too much?
That can happen a lot of times where like going to third party or human resources or something just makes things a lot worse.
Yeah, and the thing is, the third party did not disagree with me. Like, the third party was in agreement with me on just about everything. But it's, you know, sometimes people don't appreciate that you talk to someone else. Or they don't appreciate that they can't, for instance, horribly boss you around and control every aspect of what you do at your job.
Huh.
Which, I mean, yeah, it sucks.
Yeah, that's...
I'm nice and I've never... Yay, Shitsu, thank you so much. You know, I've never been bossy to my coworkers. Like, even my students, you know, you ask them what to do, but you tell them what to do. but you try to give them some choice about it. You know, you don't try to utterly micromanage them, etc. I didn't already have this Hobbin, right? By the way, it's a bird wearing a Robin Hood hat, and it's named Hobbin. I think it's adorable.
It's Bobbin, I like that.
Yeah, but how do I know if I already had one? Because, like, I don't want to capture two of the same one, because it would seem to be financially pointless.
No clue.
Let's see if there's any way to... I mean, I can look over my list of characters. I've got these 6. Got some items here. Key. But Tyler, have you ever had a conflict with coworkers before?
Sure, tons of times. Especially as a boss, as a manager, you have to deal with conflicts that coworkers have with each other too.
Yeah, that's no fun. Well, what's the most recent time? What's the most recent time somebody gave you problems or had a problem with you in some way? Can you tell us?
Yeah, well, I got a report filed against me for being racist and sexual harassment towards one employee and against another employee. It was great.
Wait, you were racist, but also harassing not the same person?
Right.
I hope.
Right, no, I was sexually harassing one person and racist towards others.
You know, Tyler, I didn't want to say anything, but it does seem like you've got a bit of a sexual harassment problem, you know? Like, you're always harassing me, and it hurts my feelings sometimes.
Making you uncomfortable.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I just don't know what to do when you start putting the moves on me.
Well, that's too bad. You just got to deal with it. That's not my problem.
Dang it! So, anyway, how were you able to resolve that issue?
Well, I quit my job.
That's why you quit?
Yeah.
Well, how come you didn't tell us that when it happened?
I don't know.
Because it was embarrassing?
No.
I don't think you should be embarrassed, because I'm sure you didn't do anything.
No, I'm not. They did a whole EO investigation, and it was resolved. But I mean, I still had to manage and work with these people, and that's kind of a silly thing to expect, you know, employees to get along well and well together in those roles.
Yeah, and it's not like you can fire the person, because then you're
Yeah, I definitely could not do that.
whatever. Yeah, retaliating. That's the word.
Yep.
Did I already have an alpaca? I don't think I did at the team. Okay, but my team is full.
Instead of alpaca.
Yeah. So I don't really know what the theory is for how you should run your team. Like, who do I want to swap out the higher level ones? I've got no idea about it.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I'll swap out this Panda Cub. Well, I'm really sorry you went through that, Tyler, because that's crummy. You know, it's okay to tell your friends about things that are going on in your life like that, even when they're negative. In fact, I would...
About stuff.
Yeah, you know, I think that actually can help, and sometimes they might even have good suggestions about what to do and stuff. Not that I necessarily would on that particular topic, but you know, sometimes that's how it is. Because one person alone cannot think of every possible solution to a problem.
It's true. I agree with that.
Right on. So, didn't you say you do web work for the same school, you know, but you're just doing a totally different thing now, isn't that right?
That's right.
So, I guess that's a reasonable solution.
Yeah. So, I mean, I kind of got lucky that the opportunity opened up, and you know, it doesn't pay as much or whatever, but it's also a lot easier and less stressful. So, you know, there's pros and cons to everything.
Cool. But overall, you've been happy with work lately?
Yeah. It's been pretty simple, so I like it.
That's good. Interesting. Wolfblade says he wants another Gundam Dynasty Warriors game. Darker Player asks if we would like a Halo Dynasty Warriors game. Are there Dynasty Warriors games that deal with guns? Because, I mean, like, Halo does have energy swords, but, like, it's totally a ranged combat franchise as opposed to melee combat. Don't you think? That'd be the weird thing about it. Look at this, I'm fighting... It's the boss from... Hey, Tech Guy, thank you! We're so glad you're here, dude! Tech Guy, we were trying to give you a Steam code earlier and you didn't take it because you weren't here.
That's Tamatoa from...
Moana.
Yes, Moana, thank
Really?
you.
I was going to say it's Mr. Krabs from SpongeBob.
No, it's Tamatoa.
It doesn't really look
awesome.
that much like a tomato except for the red part.
I love that.
Look at Tech Guy showing off that subscriber
It's my
emoji.
favorite song.
Yeah, Tech Guy was actually a really good Steam game that we were giving away, Valkyria Chronicles 4. You know, Tyler doesn't sufficiently appreciate it, but Tyler's wrong about a lot of things.
Yeah, that's not accurate, but I guess there are people out there that like those types of games.
Plus, he grabbed my butt earlier, and I didn't want him to.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like I said, you just have to deal with that.
He low-key wants it. I'm just saying.
Sorry, Tyler. If that hurt your feelings or brought up bad memories, then
No,
I would
it
want...
didn't.
Yeah, good. Occurs to me that might not be a very sensitive thing. He broke out, and he only has 4 health. That's not even fair.
Sleep.
Yeah, I guess I'll just have
That's
to try
the
over
one.
and over. Yeah, there's more of those hotspots following guys, Icky,
Yeah,
so...
I got two to follow me.
Even you have some?
Yep. I got 2 so far today.
That's wild. Oh, my favorite... Finally, we got him asleep. Okay, now this Pokeball better work this time. Now, Darker Player, that would not make anyone mad who is a grown-up. But what Darker Player means to ask is, do you think it's bad that Sony is releasing more games on PC?
I do not. I think it would be a stupid business move if they were doing them on the same day, but they're usually years behind, and
Yeah, so what does it hurt?
yeah, absolutely.
I need to go get my team healed, because they're not automatically healing at all, yeah. And I don't know what to do. This enemy has only 4 health, and I can't capture it, so I'm kind of just screwed as far as capturing it, huh?
Put him to sleep.
I did put him to sleep, and it didn't help. Yeah, it's still...
Sometimes it's hard to catch enemies.
I mean, it's 200... It's 250 coins for each one of those box
There
balls.
should be. Well, in Pokemon, there's like 6 tiers of balls.
Yeah.
So it'd be cool if there's more tiers as you move on. They could, obviously the stronger X ball.
Well,
Although the fact that you have golden access already
yeah.
is bizarre.
Well, it gave me 1 right at the start, like,
Yeah,
and made me use it.
There's like 1 Master Ball in all of Pokemon.
Wow.
And you don't get it at the start.
Well, hopefully this is just the next tier up kind of thing, right?
Well, no, it says that golden one was 100% success rate.
Oh, okay. So I guess they've just simplified it then by breaking it into only 2 tiers, perhaps, you think? I don't know.
I don't
know. Want to...
But I would hope not, because if you're having issues catching
Yeah.
with the first tier on a weak animal,
But
you're going to have issues down the road.
I can't buy the other ones yet, so I just gotta make do. Yeah, and VDH mentions the main Warriors series. There's 3 of them: Dynasty Warriors, Samurai Warriors, and Warriors Orochi. And by the way, there's an anime of Samurai Warriors, and I actually ordered it recently, so we'll have to check that out when it gets here. Because Brandy and I both like the game Samurai Warriors, the newest one that came out a month ago or so.
It's quite fun. It's very good to bike too.
That is
You
true.
just bike.
Yeah, our poor exercise bike has gone a little unloved. Yeah, Tyler, during those... Teaching is a very stressful profession. You know, like there's a lot to it, planning and grading and teaching.
Especially right now.
Yeah, administrative hurdles, like, they are numerous. They are, in fact, ridiculous, which is one reason why there's a nationwide teacher shortage.
Sure.
Yeah, and then the COVID's another factor and whatnot. But I would say a lot of it is administrative hurdles and, like, lack of protection from overreaching parents and things like that. A lot of little hassles about being a teacher. But my point is, it's very stressful. So, like, over the summer, I was actually starting to diet pretty well and I was exercising. But then school started and my emotional energy to do those things is drained. Like, I'm just really tired every day when I get home, and it's like I barely even play games during the week. Like, we just sit down and watch TV shows and movies because I'm so drained from work.
Yeah, that's understandable.
It's a shame, though, because I really do want to get in shape. Like, long term, I need to do that. But it's especially with that challenge I mentioned earlier, it's going to be hard to get, my anxiety under control well enough to do that. To go back to healthier living.
Sure.
Over here, Ivan destroyed our playground just to build his dumb gym. Aw, the kid's crying. Can't leave town without any Nexomon. Yeah, I guess that would be dangerous, wouldn't it? Dark.
Which put a hold on the word put for some reason.
What?
I don't know, but I had to add the committed term put, P-U-T.
Good idea. Yeah, I mean, it's a verb.
You sure it's not a vulgar word?
If you put the letter A or O after it in Spanish, then it does become a cuss word.
Yes.
Maybe that's where they think the issue is, but
yeah, without the extra letter, I mean, it's just like how, gosh, there's a game, like the word hit gets censored by some overzealous things sometimes, you know, recognition things. Yeah, just because you can put an S in front of it to make a cuss word. But it's like, these are basic words that we need in order to be able to communicate.
yeah. Bit of overreaching there.
Darker Player asks, what's the next game I'm going to buy? Well, you know, recently I bought Sonic Colors Ultimate, and I played a little bit of it on Xbox, and I thought it was pretty cool. And what I really wanted to do was get a review copy from Sega, at which point I would review it, and then I would perhaps, you know, give the review copy to a friend or relative as a gift. Which wouldn't be unethical, Tyler, because if they give you a code and you review it, then you've met your end of the bargain. So anyway, that's what I wanted to do, but they ignore my emails, so they're not getting their game reviewed. Speaking... if you say "Oh, Henry Bar," that's a bad word. I don't know what Tech Guy means by that. Is he trying to... Like, that's the S word? Is that what he's saying?
Say, "Oh, Henry Bar."
But speaking of review copies, Tyler, I asked Konami. Konami sent me a press release, which, by the way, I hadn't had any from them for years. They sent me a press release for Castlevania Advance Collection, because that just came out on all consoles.
Uh-huh.
And first of all, I think it's fantastic that they released that particular collection of games on consoles. Like, I'm very happy about it, because those are great games.
Yeah, they're cool. I haven't played any of them, but they look cool.
Well, you'll have to get it sometime, you know, if you still enjoy those. Uh-oh. Now I don't know where to go, and I'm not paying attention at all to what's going on in the story. Town Overseer. Go find the Town Overseer. Anyway, so I asked them for a copy to stream, and they just wrote back and said no.
Wow.
And it's like usually... I mean, you know, they said it in a sentence, but... And then they're like, thank you for your interest. You know, that's the... That really makes it better when you say thank you for your interest.
Yep.
But usually if somebody doesn't want to give you a review copy, they usually just ignore it, you know? Like, getting the actual formal decline actually feels worse for some reason.
I always kind of liked it, because then I knew to not keep bothering them.
You're right, at least there's that.
Whatever, and wondering if that was still maybe going to come through, and if I had to, like, clear my time, so I actually appreciate it.
Yeah, I mean, you make a good point about that. I guess it's that, first of all, we've had a good working relationship with Konami recently through a different employee, you know? Like, because we're about to stream Skeletak next week, aren't we? I think is when we're doing it. No, it's the week after next week. But
It's Hot Wheels.
Yeah, Hot Wheels Unleashed. I'm so excited about getting to stream that and having a prize for it. Even if it's only one prize, like, that's a great prize. But yeah, so there was that, and also the fact that I just really love Castlevania. And it's not like it's a $60 Castlevania that they're declining me on. They're declining me on a $20 or $30 one. I don't know how much it costs.
I think it's $20.
Yeah, so it's like, come on, what do you think, your little collection is made of gold or something? But
It is made of gold. Thank you for asking.
yeah, I mean, like, I got a review copy of Hot Wheels Unleashed, a $40 or $60 game, but I can't get this little $20 game out of Konami. You know, that's just frustrating. You found an anti-bind. But I will say that amongst gamers, there may be more interest in the Castlevania collection than the Hot Wheels collection, because Castlevania is such a beloved classic property. I don't know. What's this saying? Ivan's Gem. Darker Player, why would we do that the night before Halloween? Any particular reason, or you just... Because I would love to do another Super Bomberman R Online stream. I think our Konami contact might actually give us more prizes for that. Maybe. It's not guaranteed, but if he has them, he's actually so nice that he might do it.
But he can't hook you up with the Castlevania collection.
I mean, that's a good question. You know, if I'm like really desperate not to spend money on the game, then I could hit him up. But I'm not sure if it would be a good idea, if that would be overreaching or not. I don't know. If you ask one person for too much and you don't have like a real friendship going, then that can be dangerous. Like, we don't want to sour the relationship. Yeah, I should play more Forza Horizon 4 as well, like the boys are saying, Icky and...
Well, y'all have fun with that.
And whomever, Jono. And Wolfie says... Wolfie, we talked about that earlier, about the N64 and Sega games coming to the Switch. Getting back to that subject, Tyler, what do you think of... they're even going to sell a $50 N64 controller and a $50 Sega Genesis controller for the Switch.
Yeah, I saw that. Well, I mean, I know they did like a regular NES controller, but that was only $20.
Was it?
Kind of funny, yeah. And you could still only buy it with like a Switch Online membership.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. It's funny. Like, who would want an N64 controller?
Yeah, that's the thing. It was not a good controller. Like, I mean, it was innovative in some ways, but it was poorly... Yeah, it was just one of those things where they tried to innovate instead of just using an established design that would have worked better.
1 second, I'll be right back.
Okay.
1 second.
Yeah, I mean, the price, $50 for an N64 controller, even if it's wireless and stuff, $50. No, that's not a good controller. Like, $20, I would consider it, even though it's not a good controller, but $50, wow. I didn't know that, Darker Player. Japan's getting the 6-button Sega Genesis controller, and we're only getting the 3-button one, I guess you're saying?
That's an odd choice.
Yeah, well, I mean, they did the same thing with the Sega Genesis Mini.
Mm-hmm.
Our American version comes with 3-button controllers. The Japanese version comes with the 6-button ones. And some people have complained about that because, yeah, the 6-button ones have more functionality. So it doesn't matter if people remember the 3-button ones better. What matters is being able to play the games the best way they can be played. You need extra buttons.
I gotcha.
Yeah, you're right, Darker Player. With the wireless feature, $30 would be reasonable for that controller. Okay, so he told me to come back. Leave him come back later. The music in here is pretty fun, and they're all like somewhat moving to the beat, you know, because they've got kind of synchronized movement going on here. It is entertaining. There's another sparkle. Yay, I got a golden Nexo trap. Tyler missed it because he was just talking about those. I can use it to go collect that stupid Mr. Krabs monster.
Tomatura!
Am I ready to... Tyler, I just found a golden Nexo trap for free.
Nice.
So I'm wondering, I can fight this guy now. Should I go grind a little or should I just fight him?
What level is he?
It doesn't tell you.
Oh, it
It just
doesn't
says,
tell
are you
you?
ready to fight me?
I don't know.
What is that, Tech Guy? I don't know what he means. I think
They
Tech
only
Guy's
got
saying
time for
6-button
that.
controllers are too time consuming. The heck?
I don't like 6-button controllers. I hate the Genesis controller.
Wait, the 3-button and the 6-button? Or what are you
I
saying?
hate 3 buttons too. Like, why are they next to each other? Like, come on, put them in like a diamond shape or
Well,
a square shape or something.
That diamond shape hadn't been invented yet when the Genesis came out. You know, like
know,
Nintendo invented that.
Still horrible.
The 3-button pattern is not ideal, you know, but the 6-button one, at that point it's fine because you can hold your thumb the upper left way. That's more comfortable for hitting the attack button and still having the jump button underneath, you know. So I like that. And for fighting games, you know, those extra buttons are ideal. Okay, let's fight this guy. Let's see how this goes.
Hopefully it goes well.
Let's
Ooh, that's a cool rhino thing.
Yeah, Darker Player, but nobody counts select and start when they're counting the number of buttons. We really mean action buttons when we're counting the buttons. Yeah, that's cool looking. His name is Thrano. Sort of like Thanos.
Yes. The Infinity Stone.
And that brings us, Tyler, to the What If Show. You and I recently had a little discussion about how What If had like 3 kind of darker, downer episodes in a row, I think it was.
Yeah.
You know, the zombies episode, the Doctor Strange one, and then the one where Killmonger kills everybody.
And I don't think the Killmonger one was that much of a downer episode.
I mean, he murders Tony Stark, Rhodey, and Black Panther. All murdered.
Oh,
Well,
careful.
it's not dark.
Oh,
It's just the bad guy actually gets to win for a change.
And that's not dark?
Well,
I
it's
mean,
dark when you like your wife or when your girlfriend dies and you go insane. That's dark.
Why is he not healed up?
Or like
Jeez.
when
He got hit right away.
when quantum viruses turn people into zombies. That's
Yikes.
a little dark.
That was pretty dark, yeah. Although the actual Marvel zombies in the comics is much darker than that, Tyler, because they're sentient and they're aware of what they're doing, but they do it anyway.
Oh,
And it's
sounds
just, yeah, I mean, it's disturbing.
cool. Yeah, I
but-
like that kind of stuff.
Yikes. For the happy-go-lucky, you know, the cheerful comedic Marvel universe, it's maybe not a great fit. But yeah, I mean, some people found that the Marvel Zombies comics quite compelling.
Sure.
So I don't know what to hit him with. It only hit him for 8? Loser! Maybe I should have stopped and farmed.
Yeah, you're probably overpowered.
That looks like.
Dang it. I'm just going to keep going until I lose this guy. Hit him
Yeah.
again.
Maybe he'll do like a crazy awesome attack here.
Yeah, although that Killmonger episode, even though it is a bit of a downer in my opinion, it still has a lot of really cool things
got
in it
him.
because you're revisiting the original Iron Man through a totally, you know, through a different lens.
Yeah.
And so I did enjoy that
57.
aspect of it quite well. Wow.
Yeah. No,
You
I
got
really
the
like
other
that.
guy though.
And I really like the zombie episode.
Oh, well. Mr. Tyler likes just about every episode except for the Doctor Strange one for some
I
reason.
love this one.
Yeah,
This one was
the Doctor
fun.
Strange and the Captain Carter were the only two that I didn't really love.
Ooh,
A lot of people
you
really
got
like the
him
Doctor
and he
Strange
failed.
one, and I think the ending is just a little bit off on it, but otherwise I really liked it. Nice. Very
Yeah.
effective.
I guess it's, the new
Oh,
episode
that
was entertaining. It was stupid.
I thought it was just a hilarious, fun episode.
Good.
The new
that
one.
The one he's doing on you
That's
doesn't
alright.
work.
That was really dumb.
That sucks. What is the premise of the new episode, Tyler?
So Thor and Loki not raised together as brothers. For some reason, that makes Thor a party animal. Just kind of
Yeah, it's so weird. That was weird.
you know? So Thor and his crew of merry men go to Earth to have a party, and then invite a bunch of other aliens. And then Shield wigs out, and
Yes.
is worried about them destroying the Earth, which to an extent they probably would if they were stopped.
They were making a huge mess for
Another
sure.
one.
Yeah. And so they called in the party pooper extraordinaire, the character that apparently have no desire to ever have fans like in any way to bring Thor down.
Which is, yeah,
And then
and I guess we don't want to say.
cast her
I
out.
see.
It's so
Oh.
weird.
It's not really.
Yeah, but you're right. We should keep it pretty vague just in case. There's some
That was
people who
so
like to go in
weird.
really fresh. And you're right. So we get a knockdown, drag-out fight with Thor and this other character. And even their fight, like they're not trying to kill each other. You know, it's like it was a very funny fight in my
Yeah,
opinion.
it's like the Civil War, the fight in Civil War, which is like one of my favorite fights in all of Marvel.
Oh yeah, that was quite fun. I'm going to win, Icky, but I am. Well, actually, there's a chance it could go either way. I may lose.
Yeah, I think you're gonna lose. Though,
I think you're gonna
the
lose
last
with
two
this.
characters are weak.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, my last guy, he's got no health, but he does the most damage, so if I can get this guy down a little bit... Oh, no. This one's so weak, though.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
See?
oh but it didn't kill me. Thank you. Oh, why can't you do a little more damage? Oh, but there's potions. How do I use a potion?
Well,
don't know.
Well, you should have used it.
Oh, items. Yeah. What, really? I could have used it there?
You could use it on any character.
Okay, let's just go ahead and use it on my one guy who's alive.
Yeah, use a couple potions and you should survive.
There.
There we go. Well, the one was all it took.
But it does
And yeah,
take
he only
your-
does 10 damage, so I'll be fine now. Ha!
That's good.
Just took a little strategy.
23. Hey.
Yeah, well, not only that, Icky, but my units were underpowered except for my main unit. But hey, we just did it. Yeah.
Nice job.
Thank you. So, what I like about this episode, firstly, they brought in a lot of characters. Like, you see all these characters who wouldn't automatically be there, but they're somewhat related to Thor, you know, in some way, or to this space.
Eventually know Thor.
Yeah, and we just got to see them all be silly and have fun together, and like you said, it's not an intellectual episode.
Yeah.
Not at all.
It's entertaining.
Yeah, the humorous, I mean, they just really leaned into the humor of it, and for me, that was a lot of fun.
Yes.
Go Tech Guy!
It was very nice.
Yeah, it was stupid. Like, in the whole episode, it was stupid. Like, and then after that, too, there's like a little tiny cliffhanger that's like,
oh, yeah.
Why bother throwing that in?
Well, you know that means there's going to be some kind of payoff, Tyler. Like, there's no way...
Hope, but the last three have all ended like that.
Well, they all have had some kind of dark cliffhanger, like you say. But this one is just so specific and out of nowhere that I feel like it's got to have a payoff later.
I think so.
Because, like, if they didn't plan to pay it off, then it would be Thanos or somebody like that, where it's like, oh, okay, there's Thanos, great. Just like with the, that one episode.
Zombies,
yeah, but with this one, it's like, okay, who is that showed up out of nowhere? Like, I'm not even sure. Have you read or heard who it was?
I think I know what it was.
I was
looking at it.
Yeah, I mean, I have an idea too, but I'm not utterly sure. But yeah, I really want the payoff on that. Oh yeah, the Heimdall glare was a nice touch.
Yeah, that was funny. I was hoping that Heimdall had some words, but I don't know if Idris Elba's still under contract. I would assume not.
Yeah, it must be.
Well, that's not spoiler to say he died now.
I just thought it was funny that he's scared of his mommy.
Yeah, the whole he gets in trouble.
It was kind of funny. It was stupid.
Yeah. He's like a grown adult and he's scared of mommy. It's hilarious.
It was, but I really like Frigga, and she was very good in was it Endgame? Avengers Endgame is the one she was in, right? Where she came back for a little bit. Frigga, Thor's mom.
Yeah, that was Renee Russo, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yes. Was it actually her voice? I couldn't tell in this episode. I didn't look at the credits.
Don't know.
I don't think it was her voice.
Her voice was good.
I recall.
I see.
It was fine.
Yeah. But, I like Frigga a lot, and, when Frigga died in a previous movie, I was quite saddened by that. So, yeah, it's nice to have Thor actually still have his mom in a story, too, like that.
Yeah.
So. But, I'm a sentimental dude, Tyler. Real sentimental.
Yeah, you are. And I'm a dark dude who likes zombies and superhero murder.
Apparently so.
And you're right that even in the episode, I think it was even right before, so the third episode was also dark, where it was the one where superheroes were dying. That was the whole story, what if the superheroes died?
Yeah, you're right. So
there was actually 4 in a row with a lot of superhero death.
Yeah, and that one article that we discussed in Discord, by the way, everybody, we have a Discord, and you can always use that to chat with me between Saturday streams. But the article pointed out that, wow, they're having a lot of downer episodes in a row,
Yeah. This Thor episode would have fit a lot better as like the 5th episode before the zombies, maybe after Doctor Strange.
Yeah, if they're all basically going to divide into happy or sad episodes, then I think they should try to alternate them like that, and it'd be more fun.
Happy sad.
It didn't really
happy,
bother
sad,
me, but I guess it's a fair critique.
Right on. And yeah, because even if you don't mind how it is, surely, I mean, you can see how mixing it up a little is better. So yeah.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
And then I wouldn't have even noticed that it had been kind of sad, like what the article said.
Right.
We miss you, Icky. Thanks for running the contest. You did a great job as always.
Yep.
Yeah.
And there's all kinds of stuff going on in this. I mean, I realize we're utterly paying attention to our conversation instead of the game story, but I am liking this game a lot. I don't think it has multiplayer, does it? Which is too bad. But for a single-player Pokemon experience for only $10, that's a great option on Xbox and PlayStation.
$10.
Yeah. And if you like it, there's a sequel, Nexomon Extinction, which is probably $20, but I haven't looked. So, there you go. Even more Pokemon fun you can have without the Pokemon license.
Yeah, it's very Pokemon-y. There.
Yeah.
It's following the path exactly of the first Pokemon game.
Yeah, and I was hoping it would be a little more Digimon-like, but what are you going to do?
Yep.
Speaking of which, okay, I was just going to say Monster Rancher is getting re-released on, I think, Switch, PlayStation, and Steam or something. Like, Monster Rancher is a competing franchise from the PlayStation 1 days. And what was cool about Monster Rancher is the PlayStation 1, you could actually generate different monsters by inserting different music CDs. Like, it would read your music CD and use that to generate a monster.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, it was a weird gimmick thing, but also kind of neat, because it's like, oh, I'm going to see what this album does, what this album does,
Right.
you know?
Yeah. It's not Dragon Quest related, is it?
No, it's not.
Or-
Yeah, it's not Dragon Quest monsters. But there were a few of them, and it had its fans, and there was even an anime series, and I actually quite enjoyed the anime series of Monster Rancher. So, yeah, Tech Guy just mentioned it. And so the fact that they are bringing that series back makes me very happy, because I definitely will play that for sure. And if we're lucky, we'll get streaming prizes, because I work with that PR company sometimes. But they've been a little less friendly lately, so we'll see how it goes. Ignore you. You were literally unconscious. Yeah, that defense will hold up in court, buddy. And he's like, I didn't even feel it. So, at least he's taking it in stride. Oh my god, another one of those stupid bots. I wonder if there's anything to be done about that. Like, Twitch recently added stuff to help with hate raids, but this isn't exactly a hate raid. It's just like a real weird thing. Who knows? We just reached a new environment, though. We're in a cave, which we hadn't seen before, because we've only been in the fields and houses. Let's hurry. Yeah. Okay. You're just so quiet today, Tyler. I hope you're all right. It's the allergies, isn't
I
it?
wasn't that quiet today.
At certain times you are.
Yes.
Hey,
Terminate the bots. You're right. Oh, look. A new enemy. It's mega rare. So if this enemy is mega rare, is a regular thing going to actually capture it, I wonder?
I don't know.
That attack was very effective. I mean, really effective. So I should probably switch to somebody who's a little bit weaker and just knock him down a bit. So let's do that. And then we'll try to capture him, and then we'll wrap it up. Ouch. Yeah. Alright. So we'll get him to that. Oh, that barely hurt him at all. You're about to get knocked out, you idiot. Yeah. So that's not good. Saxia. Is there anything coming out soon that you're excited about, Tyler, game-wise? Oh my god. Yeah, you're kind of cutting out again. Just, I don't know why. Alright, let's just...
Battery's dying?
It's possible, or I don't know. It's just like, sometimes it cuts off the very first part of what you say, but that time it was the last part of what you were saying.
Oh, weird.
Alright, let's try to capture this guy now. Oh yeah, you're right, Darker Player. I do have to renew my Game Pass soon, and that is a shame. So this expensive Pokeball is probably not going to work because he's mega rare, but we'll see.
Oh yeah, my battery is dying.
Well, we better go ahead and wrap it up.
Yeah, I just got the beep that says, like, hey, your battery's dying.
Oh god, no. How long does it last after that happens?
Like 2 minutes.
Whoa! Okay.
Yeah,
We're glad you made it, Jordan. We missed you. But he says... Oh, yeah, Jordan, we did discuss that. Yeah, I'm sorry. We discussed that earlier. Jordan, there was a hurricane and I lost my power and internet and stuff. And we got it back a week later, but then I forgot for a little while. But now I sent that email earlier today, Jordan. So if you don't get your code by the end of this coming week, then please let me know. I'm going to add this rare guy to my team and replace somebody. I'll replace stupid Mustino. Yeah, so anyway, everybody, we've been playing Nexomon for Xbox. It's also available on PlayStation, Switch, and Steam, and mobile, because this was originally a mobile game. But as you can see, it is a really well-done Pokemon clone. Like, it really captures a lot of the feeling and fun of the Pokemon games, although it does not have multiplayer. But the art is good, the monsters are cool, there's achievements, there's a lot to like about it. So we're glad we could show it off to you tonight. It's only $10. I do recommend buying it if you got an Xbox or a PlayStation and you like this kind of game, for sure. So Tyler, thank you for co-hosting tonight.
Happy to be here.
Yeah, we talked about a lot of fun things, Tyler. It's always good to connect like that.
Yeah.
Brandy Bell, thanks for being here.
Always.
We love you, even if we don't hear much from you. And Icky, who left, thank you for running the contest. Thanks to all you guys for hanging out with us. We'll catch you next week, every Saturday, 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific. We love you guys. We'll see you next week. And remember, don't hate, appreciate.
See you guys.
Bye.
Not on a hold those little waifus.
Nice.
Totally waifus.
I was gonna call it one-handed SOPs, but it's probably better.
Yeah, both good references, though.
Thank you.
Yes.
Oh, look, dude, Vinny BT was here. Vinny, I'm so sorry I didn't notice you were here, dude. And Vinny donated a prize to the stream recently, so
Oh, nice.
thank you for that. It's good to have you back, Vinny, because I think we missed him for a few weeks. So, Tech Guy's a single foo. Yeah, great seeing you, Jono, Tech Guy, BX Heat, VDH, Jordan, of course, Darker Player. Let's see, Jesus Ninja was here.
Paul.
Mongbox was here at the beginning. Wolfblade, of course.